Hey, Jamba out there. Today is June 8th, 2025. It's Mahmoud here. Welcome to Jamba and Eid Mubarak to all of you guys. Before I start, I'd like to say thank you all of you guys for watching my intro video. The amount of support I received since then has been incredible. But one thing, 90% of the people who watched the intro video didn't subscribe to the channel. So please do so to help the channel visibility and also to get notification whenever I post a new video. Why am I here today? It is story time. It is. Today is the day it all began. But before I start, who is Mamadou in the first place? Mamadou was born in Talendon, Gambia, West Africa. As a kid, my mom took me to the village at a such young age. The question is why? That's why I'm here today to answer that question. What happened there? Why did my mom take me to the village at a such young age? As a kid growing up in Thailand, I had the habit, coming back home late from play. Every time, or pretty much every day, I will leave home mostly during the morning and come back late at night. And that didn't sit well with my mom. The question is, where did I used to go? As a kid, I used to love gatherings. I used to go to naming ceremonies, marriages, anywhere I see gatherings, little mama will go there. Why? Maybe I used to love food. I can tell you, at that time, the Benetton in the early 90s were superb. Those years, the Benetton we had and the Benetton now is completely different. And I used to love Cape Adamva. Candrings. At the time, kids having candrings was a big deal. So I had the hunter mentality, going out, getting stuff and come back home and start bragging. Until one day, I made a terrible mistake. Maybe I was disappointed. Maybe I didn't eat. I have no idea. I came back home complaining that the evening I went, they didn't prepare food and people were crying. Boy oh boy, as many of you know, it is a big taboo for kids to go to funerals in our society. And that day, they discover I went to funeral. Oh, I'm used to going to funerals. And that was the breaking point. That's the one factor why my mom took me to the village. The other factor was the environment in Thailand at the time was very toxic for kids to grow up. As a kid, going to nursing school, I usually and always skip classes and go wandering in town. By the way, the school I went is called Lanko Nursing School. A great man, a very selfless man, and a huge Manchester United fan. So all of you viewers, anybody who know Lanko, please share this video to him. Tell him his former failed student say hi. So the environment in Thailand was very toxic for kids. Literally, you'll see moms chasing their kids down the street. All these kids were stubborn to the highest level. And those were the factors why my grandmother recommended to my mom that this kid, Mamadou here, needs some saving. We cannot afford, whipping this kid every night, chasing this kid around every day. Just we have to take him out of this environment. That's how I went to the village. And the village I went is called TORRO BAH. My buddy here my body here wrote a masterpiece in TORRO BAH. So I'm gonna put his phone number here. So if you're in Gambia, you can reach out to him and grab a copy. And also I'm gonna share an Amazon link if you want to learn more about TORRO BAH. TORRO BAH is in North Bank region, just behind Karawan and Suarekunda and Dar es Salaam. That's where you have TORRO BAH. So what can we learn from this story? What's the purpose I'm sharing this? I'm sharing this to tell parents it is your responsibility to make sure you save your kids from themselves. As a kid at the time, I had no idea that me staying away from home late was a bad thing. I didn't know skipping notes in school is a bad thing. I didn't know the places I was going were not healthy for me. So it was my grandmother who stood up to make sure I was safe. So as a parent, it is your responsibility to put your kid in an environment where they will grow and strive and become the people you want them to be. So next week, I'm going to tell you why me going to the village was one of the best thing that could ever happen to me. Thank you for watching, but before you go, don't forget to subscribe, please. Remember, we are in this together. We are here to share our story, to write our story, so that tomorrow, when we are gone, our grandkids, our grandkids look back to these videos and say, my grandfather or my grandmom was here in this life. Thank you for watching.